What's going on, everybody? Now, I know you're looking at this and you're like, yo, how the F? And a lot of you guys will probably say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to lose more respect for LeBron if he leaves the Cavs again. But what has the Cavs really done for LeBron James, bro? The dude is homegrown, came back, won a chip. Bruh, came out in the finals, played, averaged a triple-double. Averaged a triple-double. Passed Magic Johnson for the most triple-doubles in the final. What was this douchebag Tristan Thompson doing? Talking about how he wants to have babies with Chloe. What was, Kyrie Irving doing for the first 3 games? What did Love do in Game 5? You guys don't seem to understand something. I completely understand that, in certain situations like, yo, bro, I wouldn't want to join that team because of whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let me just tell you this right now. LeBron is 32. He's going to be 33 in December. You think that he has time to be playing around with these Cavs? Now, you probably look at the roster and his money is guaranteed next year with the Cavs. He has an option, obviously, that he could opt out next year or whatever like that. People don't realize that this may be a huge possibility because of the way that he actually had his contract constructed with the Cavs. He could force this to happen, regardless of what anybody wants to think. Now, because it's a trade and he's not a free agent, could it possibly be, vetoed by the commissioner? Yes, but there's a lot of speculation that LeBron James could possibly join the San Antonio Spurs. All I'm going to ask you is this: what would happen if LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard played on the same team for 82 games, coached by Greg Popovich? That's what I'm going to ask you right now, because people don't seem to understand something. LeBron James would be great anywhere he went. Anywhere he went. It didn't matter if he went to Miami. Listen, okay, yeah, he went and Bosh went and Dwayne Wade was there and all this other crap. Let me just let you guys understand something right now. If Dwayne Wade was that good, they wouldn't have lost to the Dallas Mavericks because he would have been able to pick up the slack. Chris Bosh would have been able to pick up the slack. People don't really bring up the right type of things when you talk about that. Every great player is going to have bad games. When Michael Jordan had bad games, other people stepped up. They won even without Michael Jordan when he took his first 2 years off. They still won 58, 56 games, the Bulls. LeBron James leaves Cleveland. All they did was get #1 draft picks. Do you know what would happen if the man had his first real coach with San Antonio and was able to really, at that point in his career, utilize the way that Greg Popovich constructs his team with the rest and everything like that? Does anybody realize what would happen? You really think that the Warriors would be able to beat the Spurs with LeBron James on the team? If you think that, pass the weed that you're smoking. Because LeBron James going to the Spurs would probably destroy Rob Parker said that he destroyed the NBA by going to Miami. This would really hurt the entire NBA for the next couple of years. Because the Spurs, by the time that LeBron is done playing with Kawhi and Kawhi gets that experience playing with such a great player like LeBron James, he's going to be even better. What happens? Because you got to remember something. Before Zaza, what is it? Zaza? I don't know his last name. But I just know that he likes to put his foot out and make people drop on it and tear their ankles out. But if that doesn't happen, the Spurs wouldn't have beaten the Warriors. I don't think they would have won the series. But I think they would have either, if the series went on longer, it would have happened like this. Somebody would have gotten hurt on the Golden State Warriors, because the way that the Spurs play defense, yes, they're very boring. LeBron James would bring attention to San Antonio. They're one of the most, they're like a lower level market when it comes to basketball, because people don't really enjoy watching good basketball because it's not really exciting the way they play. And Popovich is just Popovich and he just doesn't give a F. But I'm going to let you know this right now. LeBron James would more help the NBA than hurt it by joining San Antonio in more ways than one. The East would open up where it would be a different person probably every year, because the East is really not, you don't really have a guarantee. If LeBron leaves the Cavs, you don't really have a guaranteed person from the East that's going. So that would create a lot of speculation. The West would be crazy, because the Spurs, the Rockets, the Warriors, the Clippers, all these teams that are competing to beat down to be in the finals, it would be ridiculous what would happen. And we're talking about a man that's about to be 33 years old. That would bring all of that to the Spurs and the NBA. Of course, there will be a lot of things that would have to be adjusted for it to happen, but there's speculation that LeBron James is not really happy with what's going on. And you may say, yeah, you know, he put that team together, he got Kevin Love. He didn't know Kevin Love was going to be such a bum. That's why the Minnesota Timberwolves with Kevin Love, all he was doing was packing stats. Everybody likes to talk about LeBron, like, you know, he likes to pack the stat sheet. That's all Kevin Love did. Kevin Love does not show up in big games. He does not show up. And that's a problem. And that's going to continue to be a problem for the Cavaliers unless they get rid of him. I don't give a F. J.R. Smith, get rid of him too. Things go on in people's lives that change stuff that go. Tristan Thompson got to go. Let me just let you know before this video ends. Tristan Thompson has to go. The dude is in the Kardashian realm. He's done. The dude is... Oh, man, bro. I can't. But LeBron James could join the San Antonio Spurs and Kawhi Leonard. And if that happens, I want to know what you guys and girls think would happen to the NBA and what would happen with the Spurs. Because all the Vegas odd makers would have to change their tune. Let me know what you're thinking. Until next time, one love.